I can't. How the fuck did we get here? So that was yesterday. I tried to record a review for this movie yesterday, and yeah, it just quickly de-evolved into me screaming at my camera. But you know what? I have now decided that in order to reward myself for going over this horrible movie yet again, I'm going to order a pizza for myself. Thin crust, pepperoni, sausage, and the pineapple. That is the Tony Sanchez pizza right there. And because I really hate myself, I'm also going to get a soda. Yes. No, not the 2-liter. Don't hate myself that much. Not yet, at least. That might change by the end of this review. Lava cake. I also got to admit, I'm not going to be worried about spoiling this movie for you, so this is about the only spoiler warning that you're going to get. Because I think that bad movies can't really be spoiled. You can only be saved and spared from them. So there's your warning. If you care, you really shouldn't. Moving on. Okay, so Independence Day Resurgence. The question still stands. How the fuck did we get here? Listen, I think that there is a lot of value in movies that are so bad that they're actually good. I like big, dumb, entertaining movies. If I'm entertained, I'm willing to forgive all manner of sins. I really am. That's really my huge complaint about this movie. It was not entertaining. How do you take a premise of aliens versus humans and fuck it up to the point where I walk out not at all entertained? I mean, this is a long ass movie. I mean, it's over 2 hours, and I was not entertained for a single bit of it. At a certain point, the only laughter that I was kind of doing was just this really sort of hysterical, my mind has snapped and broken because I can't believe how not entertained I am. I had to ask myself, like, maybe I did walk in here with some expectations. Maybe I did. Maybe they were too high. Maybe I'm just being so harsh. But then here's what happened. I was sitting in a row, and the 3 dudes next to me, 45 minutes in, got up and walked out. The 2 people sitting on the other end of the row with about 45 minutes left of the movie, they got up and they walked the fuck out. So it was literally me left in this row, and I was like, whoa, okay, it's not me. Jesus, oh my God, it is bad. I really was watching this movie waiting for something to kick in where I was like, yes, all right, at least that was good. No, not here. All right, sorry. So I'm just rambling. Let me go ahead and go down my bulleted list. Okay, so ultimately, this movie has failed on very, very basic levels. First off, everybody in it is just so bad. Literally the only 2 people that came to actually do some work is Bill Pullman and Jeff Goldblum. By the way, Jeff Goldblum, I'm not even certain that he was actually playing David Levinson in this movie. I just think he was sort of playing himself. And instead of having Jeff Goldblum, interact with someone that he had real chemistry with, he's forced to interact with all these really unnecessary secondary characters that added absolutely nothing to this movie. So it was just sort of like, I may as well have just been watching Jeff Goldblum talk at a wall. Bill Pullman, he's the only one that really came to play and really came to contribute anything of any real worth in this movie. So the characters in the first movie that actually had telepathic links with the aliens end up pretty much start flipping out. Everybody is just sort of acknowledging him as really crazy and paranoid. So he's got some things to sort of play around with here, but ultimately they squander the shit out of it. They have him fly a whole bunch of cold fusion bombs into the mothership a la the first movie. And that's how his story ends. That should have been an awesome, amazing moment. Nothing. No tension whatsoever in that moment. You knew what was going to happen. They were telegraphing it. It was just like, I feel nothing. And this is the guy that did this.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
How are you not amped up for that? And then to see his story in this way was just like offensive. It was straight up offensive. I mean, the script is terrible. The dialogue was painfully bad. I mean, these really cliched, obvious, not at all funny lines. I mean, it was either unintentionally funny. People would like say these lines completely seriously and it would just fall flat. And it was like so awkward that you had to laugh. or they were really, really trying to go for a laugh and it just does not land whatsoever. It's like that friend of yours that you have that is not funny, that desperately wants to be funny. And you just sort of like, okay, cool. It's 2 hours of that. And it was just, oh, God damn it. I said repeatedly in my previous trailer reviews for this movie, where the fact that we didn't know this world, and so in order to kind of be reintroduced to this new alternate timeline 2016, this movie was going to have to spend some time actually establishing what kind of world that 2016 actually is now. No. The entire time that they're sort of showcasing all this, awesome weaponry and advanced technology, derived from the alien technology left behind in 1996, nothing to be shown about people living their lives day to day. There's absolutely none of that. It's just a lot of really shiny toys. I mean, it's literally like walking into a showroom and not being explained what anything is. So you're just like, I'm seeing a lot of shiny things. I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at, though. And then they start destroying everything, but then because you're not invested in what they're destroying, it's like, I don't fucking care. There's no character establishment. I mean, when I think back to that first film, when we met, Bill Pullman and Will Smith's character, they were both, just getting up, in the morning, having these really cute conversations with their loved ones. And in those scenes, you get a sense of like, I don't know who this person is yet, but, oh, they love their ladies. Oh, they love their kids. Oh, they're really, clever and witty and charismatic people. Okay. And then you found out that like, oh, he's president of the United States. Oh, that one's a captain in the U.S. Army. Cool. None of that here. You literally meet people by their titles and their function in the movie. When you meet the president, couldn't tell you what her name was. When you meet Captain Hiller, the new Captain Hiller in this, and it's, Dylan, they literally say, Captain Hiller, it's an honor to meet you. Your father was like, a great American hero or whatever. And then somebody then says, oh, hey, Dylan. There's no establishment of setting. I mean, like at a very basic level. At a certain point, the aliens are attacking. The president has to get on a plane in order to go to some secure location. It's some like, dark bunker somewhere. And then also William Fichtner, he's in a bunker as well. And then it's like, oh, okay, they're all, coordinating, but then the bunker's doors flip open, and then it's like the aliens, and they end up killing the president and everybody else in that room. Somebody shows up to William Fichtner and says, Colonel, General, whoever the hell you are, they just killed the president. And then it was like, wait, so they're not in the same room? It literally looked like the same fucking room that these two characters were in. There was no way in which, if you watch that sequence, that you could understand that. And that's not for the effect of it. It's not like a fake out. No, it was literally just a really shitty way of switching back and forth between two locations that look stupidly similar. I would be very, very surprised to learn if it was actually two separate sets instead of just one set that they just sort of like, all right, put that chair over there and maybe turn that light off. Oh, different enough. There was a moment when, the heroic strains of that Independence Day, theme. Yeah, this one started playing and I got enraged because I was just like, how dare you deign to go ahead and call yourself Independence Day? Yes, deign, definition. Again, this question still stands. How the fuck did we get here? And then the returning other characters that aren't Bill Pullman and Jeff Goldblum. Jude Hirsch is back here for what? To go on a road trip with some kids that we don't care about. And literally there's 4 of them in a fucking station wagon. And then what happens? He stops on the side of the road to pick up a school bus full of, Boy Scouts? Why? Because when he did that and he rolls up and just magically runs into David, his son, the kids are all just sort of like screaming because there's a fucking alien running after them. At a certain point, I actually yelled out, oh no, the orphans! And then Brent Spiner. Time out. Cut to the film. Now, granted, I'm not a medical professional. However, that man's neck looks incredibly broken. But in this movie, it turns out that he's just been in a 20-year coma. So honestly, I can't even tell you if you're a certain kind of person, if you'll like it or not. Because, I mean, this movie is exactly up my alley. This movie is everything that I should like and usually do very much enjoy. And it was just horrible. This movie is so bad that I want to go watch The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in order to see decent filmmaking. How bad is this movie? It makes me think that, you know what, maybe I should go back and watch the Star Wars prequels, and maybe I've been a little too rough on them. It makes me want to give Amazing Spider-Man 2 a fucking Oscar, because I have now seen worse. I've seen the depths of the fucking abyss, and holy shit, I never want to go back there again. And I want to apologize to everybody that I ever thought was at the bottom of that abyss. I was wrong, and I am sorry. I did not know. I mean, I feel like I looked into the eyes of Satan, and I have known true evil, and now I feel like I have to apologize to everybody that I ever thought came close to that. I am so sorry. So very sorry. Where's my pizza? Yeah, so let me know what you think. Like, comment below, subscribe, do whatever it is that you feel the need to do. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you, bye.